Music! One of the oldest forms of creative expression, ever changing since its inception. Methods for which to create music are limited really only by having some sort of sound at all. The nature of music is strange in the sense that it can be broken up objectively by musical theory, which is, in a general sense, a way to explain what makes a song sound good. There are a ton of musical elements that affect a piece, such as scales, progressions, genre, key, tempo, and for the study, let's call it style. When regarding style, I don't mean the literal technical style of the song, of which there are thousands. Here's a few of them. No, what I'm getting at is the way in which the song is performed and then how that affects the piece. To try to make this more clear, here's an example of one song I really like, Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz. Real quick, the Gorillaz are a virtual band created by Damon Albarn and Jamie Hewlett. Damon Albarn is the musical frontrunner, writing and performing the majority of the band's music, apart from frequent collaborations with other rappers and singers. Clint Eastwood is a track from the band's first album, and it gained massive popularity very quickly. The 2001 studio recording has elements of hip-hop, reggae, rock, and arguably coined the band's signature horrorcore sound, for which they would come to be so well known for. What I find interesting, though, is how Damon chose to alter the performance of the song over time. If you look up live performances of the song, you'll get a multitude of results, but I found two that stuck out to me. The song was performed at the Brit Awards in 2002, and the style is more or less the same as the studio recording. The lead is punched in on the piano, the sulking bass fills in the back. Damon sings the chorus in a mellow, somber, almost tired-sounding mood. Now, let's listen to another performance of the same song at Glastonbury in 2010. It's the same song, but there's been a lot of change in how it's played. Immediately, it's easy to notice how much bigger the second show sounds. The piano is still there, but it's hardly audible underneath the now leading electric guitar. Bass notes are now a harmony between the original bass and a synthy electronic keyboard that pounds in on each down note. It's also worth noting that later in the song, a string ensemble comes in to further carry the beat, an addition not heard at all in the studio record or in older concerts. Here, Damon's singing has changed a lot from before. His melodramatic manner has been cast aside for a more energized performance. He belts the lyrics out loudly, deeper in pitch, while staring right out into the crowd, taunting them almost. He takes control of the stage by trotting around confidently, and the crowd responds to this too. I mean, just look at him go. But why do this? Why change the style of the song when you play it on stage? I think there are a few reasons for this specific song. Mainly being, after 10 plus years of playing, Albarn just got bored and wanted to try something new. It's also possible, though, that Albarn's voice had a role in the change as well. At the 2010 concert, he was 42. Perhaps because his voice has naturally deepened over the years, it's become more difficult for him to sing higher notes well, while also moving around on stage. The old Gorillaz concerts consisted of the musicians hidden behind stage, while projections of the virtual band members played for the audience. During this type of concert, Damon would be in a more private environment, closer to that of a studio, likely making it easier for him to sing just like he did on the record. If the style changes weren't already enough, Albarn deconstructs the song even further by having various guest rappers do their own verses on the live shows. Rarely does he ever have the original rapper, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, perform the studio track's original lyrics. Although, perhaps that's for the better. Now, performing songs differently on stage is not at all limited to the Gorillaz. In fact, it's not even a new trend. Most artists, except for a few that shine far above the rest, sound slightly or exceptionally different when they perform live. Is changing a song from its original sound a good idea, though? I mean, after all, it's the way that song sounds that made the fans like it to begin with. Surely some would say that Change is good, and listening to the same song over and over again is boring. One could say that the variation is the appeal in seeing a band play live. Film composer and singer-songwriter John Brian addressed this in an interview, in which he explained his personal distinction between what he dubbed to be a performance piece versus listening to a song as just chord change, melody, and lyric.
I don't know, the best example I could probably give would be Led Zeppelin. However, if I were to sit and go, here over on the piano, and go, this is the melody to a Led Zeppelin song.
Brian then demonstrates how Nirvana's Lithium, which is stylistically a rock-sounding record, transposes gorgeously on the piano.
There's a big difference between that and... I mean, I can sit here on grand piano, play an unaffected version, and we can all go, oh my god, yeah, that's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So, let's put this theory to the test. I'm going to play a quick melody, and then see if we can't change it stylistically by altering the performance. So right off the bat, there's a complete change in the emotional tone. The drums add energy to the pace, and the mellow rhythm guitar fills in and helps make the song more upbeat. The same guitar melody is being strummed underneath the other instruments, but the song is now much more alive. By filling in with other instruments, we've turned an otherwise somber progression into a very different sounding composition.